1010 BBY, born on the planet of Samov Rit, a Force-sensitive child, Zannah would be destined to one day be the Master of the Sith. This was the time of the new Sith Wars, and within the first decade of Zannah's life, her and her cousins would be recruited into the Jedi's Army of Light. Zannah then would go by the nickname Rain. Arriving on Ruusan, her first battle, Rain was separated from the Jedi militia during a Sith ambush. Rain was lost, but was befriended by a native bouncer species named La. When Khan and the Brotherhood of Darkness set off the thought bomb, destroying all Force-sensitive beings, Rain instinctively put up a Force shield protecting the two from the effects. Shortly after the explosion, Jedi scouts that must have been far enough away to survive had been acting erratic and struck down La. In an instant of pure rage, Rain killed the Jedi scout, and looking out from behind her stood the Dark Lord of the Sith. Darth Bane felt her attunement to the Force and recognized her potential. Rain then became Darth Zannah, the first apprentice in the Rule of Two. Zannah would train and become a lethal weapon of the Sith. She would develop an ability to conjure Force sorcery, unlike any power her master could produce. After 10 years, Darth Bane needed Zannah to travel to the Jedi Temple to search the archives for any information regarding the removal of the parasitic creature called the Obelisk. After successfully attaining the information needed, Zannah, attempting to leave, recognized her cousin that was divulging his explosive experience of the Dark Lord Darth Bane. Zannah took her cousin to Tython to warn her master of the Jedi pursuit. The Jedi arrived on Tython, and a great battle ensued, leaving Darth Bane on the brink of death. Zannah was able to take her master to Embria to find a healer, knowing Bane had much more to teach her. The Jedi were called to Embria to capture Darth Bane, so to evade their sworn enemy, Darth Zannah took the gravely injured Sith and they hid in a crawl space, and Zannah used dark magic to shadow their presence in the Force. When the Jedi arrived, they were met by Zannah's cousin. Under a dark Sith spell, he charged the Jedi and was cut down immediately. The Jedi believed they had slaughtered the one dark Sith that escaped the great battle of Ruusan. The Sith would hide out and find refuge on the planet of Sutric IV. To avoid any further encounters with the Jedi, Darth Bane would stay on the world, allowing for his business to come to him, or sending Zannah on quests. As the Rule of Two explains, the apprentice must eventually challenge the master, taking their place and taking up an apprentice of their own. Upon returning from her mission, Zannah was preparing to challenge her master once and for all, but when she arrived, she found her master had been kidnapped. Zannah and a dark Jedi she was considering as an apprentice, Set Hoth, traveled to Dome, where Zannah would attempt to free, then challenge her master. In the prison, they dueled, but neither master or apprentice were victorious. Bane had already seen Zannah as a lost cause, so he believed the Force brought him another apprentice, the Itachi who spearheaded his capture, Darth Cognis. Zannah would be invited to Embria for a final face-off by Darth Bane. Bane was stronger and faster than he ever let on in any of their sparring training sessions. Zannah was defensively combating Bane until she was ready to unleash a darkness she had never cast until this battle. Darth Bane would be overwhelmed by Darth Zannah, and in a last effort of survival, he cast the power of essence transfer as an attempt to overtake Zannah's being. The fight would continue internally until victorious, Darth Zannah stood, the new Dark Master of the Sith. Darth Zannah would take on Darth Cognis until she would be ready to take up the mantle and take an apprentice of her own.